Suspect a fuel rail pressure sensor problem in your BMW? Watch for these 5 signs. There are sensors in our cars that we are completely unaware of. They work behind the curtain to regulate varied engine operations. Fuel rail pressure sensor is one such sensor. Fuel rail pressure sensor, what is it and where can you find it? Located near the midsection of your BMW fuel rail, the fuel rail pressure sensor is responsible for monitoring fuel pressure within the fuel rail. The engine control unit or ECU analyzes this data to regulate quantity of fuel needs to be supplied to the engine. Fuel injection timing. Signs it's time to replace your BMW fuel rail pressure sensor. Clue number 1, car hard to start. Pressure within the fuel rail will fluctuate if the fuel rail pressure sensor fails. Obstructed fuel supply due to this reason will prevent the engine from firing. Clue number 2, car slow to accelerate. Has your BMW been hesitant to accelerate lately? Well, guess what? The culprit could be a defective fuel rail pressure sensor. Clue number 3, getting bad mileage. A sudden drop in gas mileage may also suggest fuel rail pressure sensor failure. You will also notice that your engine RPM count is fluctuating abnormally. Clue number 4, check engine light flashing. Cell will flash and an error code will be stored if the fuel rail pressure sensor goes bad. Retrieve the error code to get to the bottom of the problem. Clue number 5, engine stalling. Engine stalling will be a common occurrence if your fuel rail pressure sensor is bad. You'll need to replace the defective sensor to bring things back to normal. Closing remarks. Make sure your BMW's fuel rail pressure sensor remains in top-notch condition. If you suspect a problem, pay a visit to the nearest BMW repair center.